we go back to here. So from here, who can tell me we integrate right now is from the top to down, right? So here we should be integrated, say, starting from positive 3 to down is y to the negative 3. Okay? Or otherwise, if you feel this kind of very confusing, then basically you can simply do is this. You simply integrate only the upper portions, okay, finding the force on the upper portion and multiply by 2 because due to symmetry. That also works. In this way, this could help you avoiding this kind of bothersome. Okay, the direction is very confusing sometimes, okay. And even to me, I try to avoid involving the sign into all the calculations. So maybe in this way, for this kind of the example, I would say the safer way is how about we take this one? It'll be a little bit, in this way, we only focus on the magnitude, everything here, then we should be fine. Are we okay?
So we're essentially just integrating in the direction of the force.
In the direction of the force, and we simply integrating the okay, so down this one, then if we do everything correctly, then that number should come up very quickly here. So that one, I don't have a calculation, but in this one we plug into here, then here we can calculate E should be equal to 2.38 at 2.37 inch, and that is the distance from. Okay. If we consider, let me make one more comment to the negative, to the sign of the Q. So far, in our calculation, we always focus on the calculation of the Q is always the magnitude. Okay, so let me make one more comment. So if we consider this is the rectangle, for example, this is the B, and the height, let me say this is H. And for example, the transverse loading is in this direction, this is a neutral axis. Okay. What is the stress at the bottom here? AA. We can do this calculation. That's the Q along the AA, IP. Okay. So here the QAA, how to calculate this one? Again, in our calculations, and again, if this is the neutral axis, if we want to calculate the shear stress along any segment here, the TT, so what we did is take the cut, and then we take either side of the area for calculation. The same thing, right now the cut is at the one side. So we take the either side, okay, this side. So for this side, the QA will be the entire area, that is BH. Okay, and then multiply with, for here, that is the centroid of the one side to the neutral axis, right? So for this case, right now we pick up is the whole entire cross sections as our shaded area. And what is the y bar? 0. Okay, so this one is 0. Okay, now let me get in here. So say if I want to do the calculation at the top BB. Okay, and the same thing, the QBB, we calculated can be, okay, right now we want to calculate on this side, so we calculate we pick up the either side for our shaded area, right? So, and usually, what option you can choose, either up or lower. I believe under my instructions, most students will pick the lower one. Right? Okay, we'll do this one. So this one will be the lower one. So for example, here that is the lower area multiplied with, yeah, the distance. Okay, so whatever the distance, let me call that is a y1. However, if you wish, we can also pick up the upper portions, right? So we can also take up the upper portion as an exercise. For example, here is the upper portion. And multiply whatever the centroid of the upper portions to the neutral axis. So here, let me put a y bar. Okay. And for our exercise, and what we have done is, well, I want to say about this one. I forgot my logic. I forgot my logic. Chris, are you still recording?
This is where you stop
Of course.
recording.
Oh my goodness.
You know how to edit?
No, I have no time to edit.
It's all right.
Okay, Sarah.